First of all, it's not the will of God that we divorce. And sometimes when we read the scriptures, we get a little confused because God permitted divorce because of the hardness of their hearts. And I think that's a key. I believe the reason why divorce has risen to the level that it has, because people's hearts have been changed. And it's been changed because of a couple of reasons. Let me just give you a couple of reasons. One of the reasons I believe it has been changed is because they have not considered themselves enough to get the proper counseling. You know, I say this, preparation is the key to life. So there's a lack of preparation for marriage. That's why we get divorced. We're not fully comprehending and understanding what our responsibility is, and that's husband and wife. What we've done is we've said it's just easier to just not stay in it. Marriage takes work. Life takes work. And in order for us to maintain a solid family structure, we have to work at it. The husband and the wife has to work at it. We have to get enough counseling. We have to come out of being so selfish. And we have to understand that what we do affects the world. We create escapes, a way to get out, because we don't like how they are treating us now. We don't like what they're saying. We don't like little things. And it's the little things that make for big things and causes us to make the decision to get a divorce. It is not the will of God that we divorce. And what we have to do now is we have to now reevaluate ourselves and get information, get an understanding, understand the strength of staying together as opposed to breaking up. If you think to redefine marriage is better, you're absolutely wrong. You're mistaken. It changes the fabric of life itself. It rearranges what the original form has stated. It changes it completely. And I really believe that it is ridiculous to think to redefine it will make it better, to redefine it will make it acceptable, to redefine it would stop what we talked about earlier about divorce. That will not do it. The covenant that is made between a husband and a wife is in line with the covenant that God makes with his people. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. There's so much in that one text. And I know you don't hear the word marriage, or you don't hear the word husband and wives, but there is something that God did through his son Jesus Christ that connects us. It's the power of covenant connection. The Bible is clear that God is for us when we obey his word. He'll bless us. He'll prosper us. He'll make ways for us. He'll do what nobody else can do for us. And that's because he loves us so. He loves us so that he set the direction for our lives in motion through his word. Let me just say something, because there may be some of you that have already been divorced. I go back to the text, the scripture that says, for God so loved us that he gave. Nothing that he gives us is another chance. And sometimes he gives us a third and a fourth chance. But we must not disregard him in the chance. We must acknowledge who he is. In other words, we come back into covenant relationship again. If you're divorced and maybe you're remarried, thank God you're going to give it another chance. And this time you've got to do better, because of wisdom, because of understanding, because of knowledge, and not excluding God. It takes a husband and a wife and God to complete a marriage.